Hello students, welcome to your IT class, that is Information Technology. In this we are going to learn about various techniques of information technology, and the very first session we are going to start with is ICT and its impacts. What ICT is and how ICT has impacted our daily life. As we see in our daily life, we use ICT tools everywhere, like washing machine, and tools in the kitchen like oven, microwave, and mobile phones, laptop, computer. All these are tools impacted by the ICT, which have greatly affected our daily life and our working style. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to learn about this ICT and its tools. So first comes our the term ICT. But ICT is information and communication technology. What ICT is information and communication technology. As you can see, it is a combination of two terms, information technology and communication technology. So ICT combines both information as well as communication technology. In information technology, we deal with software, hardware, storage, audio-visual aids, etc. As a whole, we deal with computer system in information technology, the various mechanisms to store the information in that system. And communication deals with wired and wireless mechanisms to communicate. Communication here means the transmission of information from one system to another system. Okay, if we combine both these techniques, then it becomes ICT, information and communication technology. So in this chapter we are going to learn how this ICT has impacted our daily life. If we consider the impacts of ICT, we have broadly categorized the impacts into two terms. One is on daily life and another one is on work lives. Daily life deals with our routine work and work life deals with our professional work. So as we see in our daily life, how ICT has impacted our lifestyle, like daily routine work, or we can say routine chores. Routine chores here are routine works which we do daily, like washing clothes. That has become very easy now. We use automatic or semi-automatic washing machines. How they are ICT impacted? These machines are also affected by the ICT as they are programmed as well as they work on electric circuits. Okay, they have some programmed mechanism to wash the clothes. Second one is our entertainment options. How ICT has impacted our entertainment style, like you can watch any video, movie, live streaming, sports, etc. So you can entertain yourself with the help of ICT tools in many ways. Next is our connectivity options. Connectivity means you can communicate, you can get connected with your dear ones without personally going there. You can have audio calls, or video conferencing, etc. to get connected with your social friends and relatives. Next is our shopping style. Like you don't need to go to market to buy your products. You can directly shop online and you can get your favorite items. Next is our media sharing. Like you can share any data with anyone with the help of ICT tools. Okay, so there are various ways in which ICT has impacted our daily life. So to deal with these ICT tools that are used in our daily life, we need some skills how we are going to operate these tools. Okay, so what are the skills that are needed at our daily routine work to get impacts of ICT? So what ICT skills do we need at home? We need operating modern machines. Like if we want to use any ICT tool, then first of all we must know how to use that. Using internet, like to get various entertainment options, to shop online, to have sharing options, to get connected to others, we need to know how to use internet. Okay, next is using various softwares. Like if we want to have connectivity with others, like we want to have video conferencing, video call or audio call, we must know how to do that. Okay, and to use various social media apps. So we must know the use of these ICT tools before using them. Next is impact on our work life. Like how ICT tools has impacted our professional life, office work. So first of all, we can have decision making capacity. It has impacted our decision making capability. Like we can compare each and every item very quickly and we can take the right decision. Next is data availability. Like we can have various softwares to store our data and to easily retrieve and access that data. To get connected in every corner of the world. Like we are having our clients who live worldwide, somewhere in other country, we can get connected with them easily with the help of ICT tools. We have better presentation tools. Like we can use, for example, MS Office PowerPoint to give presentation of our product so that it can be demonstrated easily with the help of presentations. We have better connectivity. Okay, like we don't need to go somewhere to have meeting or to address our clients or our colleagues. We can directly get video conferencing and we can have meeting. Okay, so these are the impacts on our work life. Now we must know what are the skills that are needed at office life to operate these ICT tools easily. So first of all, we must know how to create various documents. Secondly, we must know how to use internet. And next, we must know about how to receive email and how to respond that mail. We must know how to react on an email that we have received and using various connectivity softwares. So these are the basic skills that we need to know about for the use of ICT tools at our work life or at our office so that we can easily do our work. Next we have various ICT tools. Like we have studied about ICT, what ICT is and what are its impacts. So let's study about what are various tools that we use. First of all, and the most frequently used is computer and laptop. What computer is? You all know that computer is an electronic device that accepts the input, processes that input, and provides the desired result with the help of output devices. Same with the laptop, is it's only portable device, and that is also electronic one. It is also capable to process the data and store the information. Next we have smartphones and tablets. Smartphones and tablets, these are also handheld devices that can store the data, that are also provided with cellular telephony, and that can work also as computers. They are also having tiny processors, operating systems, and they also have the ability to access internet. Okay, next we have radio and TV. These are used for the purpose of entertainment. These are the ICT tools that work on the system of broadcasting. They are based on broadcasting mechanism. There is one-way communication, like we can watch what is broadcasted on air. Okay, next we have internet and email. Internet is network of networks that is used to get connected with worldwide networks, and email is electronic mail, that is any message that is sent over network to someone. Okay, so these are the various ICT tools that we use and that affect our daily life to make it easier. Okay, next we have various mobile apps. Like what mobile apps are and what are various categories of mobile apps. So first of all, let's know about what mobile apps are. How we are going to define these mobile apps. As you all know, various mobile apps like you use in your daily life, like we have Facebook, you all know WhatsApp that we are using, like we have Flipkart, we have Microsoft Document Reader, okay. So we all know about various mobile apps that we use in our daily life. So how we are going to define these mobile apps? So mobile apps are the special softwares, क्या है special softwares that are designed specifically keeping in mind the limited resources of mobiles. क्या है हमारे पास limited mobile resources. क्या है हमारे पास मोबाइल ऐप्स? मोबाइल ऐप्स आर द स्पेशल सॉफ्टवेयर्स दैट आर स्पेसिफिकली डिजाइंड फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ limited mobile resources. What mobile resources are? Mobile resources are like limited processing capacity of the processor of mobiles, limited battery life, and various other like limited storage they have. So to work with these limited resources, we need some softwares that can cope up with our work. So these are the special softwares that can work with limited mobile resources. Okay, we have various categories of mobile apps. Like first one we have lifestyle. These are the apps that are used to enhance our daily life, or we can say our lifestyle. Like we have Uber, we have Yumly, or we can say Spotify. So these are the lifestyle apps that enhance our living style. Like Uber is used to book the taxi or to have the assistant taxi. Okay, next we have social media apps. What social media apps are? These are the special softwares, or we can say mobile apps that are used to get connected with our social friends or our distant relatives. Okay, so these are social networking apps, or we can say softwares. Like our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All these are our social media apps. Okay, next we have utility mobile apps. As you see, some softwares are pre-installed in our mobile system. Like we have calculator, we have calendar. These are some utility apps that make our working life easy. Okay, these are pre-installed software in our mobiles. Next is games and entertainment. Like we download some games, like we have these games nowadays like Pokemon, we have Angry Birds, or nowadays you play PUBG. All these are gaming apps. Or entertainment, it's like YouTube, or nowadays you have the Chinese app TikTok. All these are gaming and entertainment apps. Next we have our productivity mobile apps. Productivity apps. Productivity apps are the apps or the mobile softwares that are used to create any task or to create documents. Like we have document viewer, we have Evernote. So these are the different apps that can help us to ease our working life. Like we can create some document, we can make spreadsheet. Okay, so these are our productivity mobile apps. Last category we have news and information mobile apps. As the name indicates, this is the category of mobile apps that are related to our current affairs. Like we have BBC News. Okay, we have News Hunt. All these are our news and information mobile apps. Okay, so we studied about different categories of mobile apps like lifestyle, social media, utility apps, gaming and entertainment app, productivity app, news and information app. Last topic of our this session is difference between smartphone, tablet and laptop. Like first we have smartphone, second tablet and third one is our laptop. So we have various parameters on the basis of which we are going to compare these devices. So first parameter we have our portability. As you all know, smartphone are the lightest in the weight if we compare these three, and the laptop is the heaviest one as compared to these two. Okay, so this is most easiest and it is very light, so it is easy to carry. It is heavier than smartphone but still easy to carry. Laptop is the heaviest one. If we compare these three, it is heaviest one and it needs efforts to carry a laptop. Like we need to make efforts if we want to carry laptop from one place to another. Next parameter we have is our functionality. Okay, how we are going to compare these three on the basis of functionality. As we see, the screen size of smartphone is smallest screen size, so it is least functional. It is in between the smartphone and tablet, as the screen size of tablet is greater than smartphone and it is smaller than laptop, so it lies in between the two. Okay, and in case of laptop it is most functional. Next parameter we have is our ease of working. Ease in working, like on which device we can easily work. Okay, In case of smartphone, it is very easy to work with a smartphone. It can work in any environment, okay, like moving or static environment we can work with a smartphone. It is also easy to work in any environment with the tablet, but in case of laptop it is comparatively difficult. It is comparatively difficult. We are not saying that it is difficult to with the work a laptop, but we are saying if we compare with smartphone and tablet, it is comparatively difficult to work with a laptop. Like if we have a moving environment, then we are not able to work with a laptop. Next parameter we have is battery life. As you all know, smartphone have small battery life, and in case of tablet they have better battery life as compared to smartphone, but less battery life as compared to laptop. But in case of laptop they have better power resistance, as they have both the options, that is of power supply as well as battery life. Okay. Next we have flexibility. Flexibility means how easily or how flexibly we can work with that device. It is maximum flexible, and laptop is minimum flexible. But as we compare the two, tablet lies in between the two. In every parameter, as we compare, tablet lies in between smartphone and tablet. Okay, and the last one we have is productivity. Last parameter we have is productivity, that which device is most productive. So as you all know, we can see from the above parameters, smartphone is least productive and laptop is most productive. And as we compare the three, tablet again lies in between. It is more productive than smartphone, but it is less productive than tablet. Okay, so we can compare these three devices, that is smartphone, tablet and laptop, on the basis of these 6 parameters, that is portability, that which device is easily portable. So in this case smartphone is most portable, and in case of functionality laptop is most functional. In this parameter we compare their screen size. Okay, next we have ease in working. So in this case we can easily work with smartphone, but it is difficult to work with a laptop in different environments. Next we have battery life. In case of battery life, laptops provide better power options. In case of flexibility, smartphone is maximum flexible, but in case of productivity, as we compare all the parameters, then laptops are most productive devices and smartphones are least productive. And if we compare the three, tablet lies in between the two, that is smartphone and tablet. Okay, so this was all about our ICT and its impacts. Thank you, class.